Okay, Sarah. We need to talk. What in the world are you doing? I told you to clean the shower today, didn't I? You don't expect me to use that filthy bathroom, do you?
I'm sorry, Adriana. I had work until now. I had to stay back and work overtime.
And what does that have to do with me, huh? That seems like poor organization on your end. You haven't even made dinner for me. You're a terrible housewife. We might need to hire a maid at this rate. And guess who'll be paying?
I apologize, but you have to understand. I work a 9 to 5, just like everyone else, and sometimes there's more to do than expected. So it'd be great if you could find something easy to make in the fridge and have it if you were needing dinner. I'd love to help out to the best of my ability, but it's not always that easy.
Excuse me? I am sick! Thank you very much. You know this, Sarah. And you expect a weak old lady like myself to cook my own dinner?
Sick? Oh, are you talking about your pollen allergies that you were complaining about this morning?
Why are you saying that as if my allergies aren't a major annoyance? Stop treating me like I'm inferior to you.
Huh? I never once said anything like that. But you do realize we have tablets in the cupboard for allergies. I think it's better if you took those rather than complain to me about it.
I don't know how you react to allergy tablets or whatever, but I get very drowsy when I take them. That's why I will not be taking any. But I can't just look after myself when I keep sneezing and coughing. My whole face feels awful.
I'm sorry, Adriana, but I don't know what you want me to do about it.
You're enjoying treating me like dirt and throwing me away, aren't you? Look, just hurry up and make me my dinner and clean the bathroom. I want to go to bed early tonight.
Right. I'll get right onto it.
Adriana, what have you done? Why are all of my belongings outside in all of these cardboard boxes? Oh, right. Did I forget to tell you? Your sister-in-law, Allison, just came back, you see. You've met her before, right? But she's pregnant right now and is planning on having the baby at a local hospital. So she'll be living in this house for the time being.
Right. That still doesn't explain these boxes out here. I did hear that Allison was coming into town with her husband, but I didn't know she was going to live here.
Well, I had a talk with her, you see. And she told me that she needed as much space as she could as she was having a hard time during her pregnancy. So we decided that we need you gone to accommodate her needs. She is my daughter, after all.
Wait, what?
You can't just decide on something like that without asking me first. Well, I'm sorry, but you're not my daughter, Sarah. I'd feel bad for the baby as well when they're born if this place was filled with people. I'm sorry. I'd love to accommodate everyone, but there's only so much I can do. And it's a very important time for my daughter. Please understand. This is for Allison's sake more than anything.
I'm sorry to doubt you, but did Allison really say that?
You really think I'd lie to you for something like this? I can send you proof if you want it. This is all for Allison's sake. You understand, right? If she's going to stay here, that'll mean her husband Steven will be here too. And if we add a newborn baby into the mix, I don't think there will be enough room for you, dear. So please, you're going to have to find another place for now.
Wait, hold on! Did you ask Lachlan about this before you went through with it? There's no way my husband would be okay with me being kicked out.
Yes, I asked him too, and he was fine with all of it. Why would I go through with such a big change without anyone's permission?
Wait, you're joking. Why would Lachlan be okay with me being forced to leave? Why would he do that? I can't see him just betraying his own wife like that.
Anyways, look. I need you to leave for Allison's move into this house to be as smooth as possible. I'm sorry, but I'll always prioritize my own children over anyone else. So get all of your things and leave by the end of today. Do you understand?
I see. If that's how it is, then I'll be leaving tonight.
Good. I don't want to have to deal with your poor hospitality ever again.
Hey, Allison. So, I'm guessing you talked with your mom about the whole situation? Sarah, what's up? Sorry, I don't think I know what you're talking about. Was there something I missed? Huh? Oh, well, you see, I was kicked out of the house just then. I thought you wanted this to happen. Wait, what are you on about? Why would I ever ask for you to get kicked out? Wait, so you're saying that there was some sort of misunderstanding? I thought that you wanted me gone from that house since you wanted as much space as you could get for when you move in, since you're pregnant. At least, that's what your mom told me. She just packed all of my things up and forced me to leave because of it. Hold on. There's no way she did that. And I didn't say anything like that. You're joking. Mom really said all of that? Well, yeah. She just put all of my things in these cardboard boxes and put them outside, telling me to leave. Hold on. Does Lachlan know about all of this? Well, I tried to get in contact with him, but he hasn't seemed to reply just yet. Though I guess he's never been particularly helpful at organizing any issues that arise between me and his mom. Sarah, be honest with me. Have you been treated badly by my mom over the time you've been living in that house? I'll be blunt about it. I have. I am a full-time worker, and yet she forces me to do every bit of housework as well as help her out in anything she needs. And I constantly get yelled at when it doesn't go her way. It doesn't help that Lachlan and his dad don't step up about it at all. I never knew. I'm so sorry you had to go through all of that. I should have checked in on you much sooner. I'm truly sorry. Don't worry about it. You lived in another city after all. I know it wouldn't have been easy to drop by just like that. And I think with your mom, she tends to be nicer whenever you're around. So that might be why you never noticed how cruel she can be towards others. I can't believe it. Wait, so what are you going to do now? Do you have a place to live in? Well, I booked a hotel for the night, but I don't really know what to do after tonight, to be honest. I suppose I could bring it up to my work and try and get into one of the office dorms, but I don't know how long the waiting list would be for that. I'm not entirely rich enough to just be able to drop a fortune and buy a new place right now. I don't know why she'd do such a thing. I mean, you're basically a part of the family. Why do you have to put up with all of this abuse at home? I'm going to confront Mom about all of this. Don't you worry about anything, okay? Well, maybe this was all just a blessing in disguise. I mean, there is absolutely a positive that came out of all of this. I know that it might be tough for me financially going forward, but I'd still rather that than having to go back to that house again, especially living with your mom. All right. Well, let me cover all of the hotel bills. Look, don't worry about it, Allison. I can do that much. Aw, come on. Don't tell me you forgot about my husband's work. He's the CEO that runs a branch of hotels, for God's sake. We can pay for your accommodation. Look, let me do at least that much. It is partially my responsibility, too. Thanks. That'd definitely help me out a ton right now. There's a hotel right in the middle of downtown. I heard it gets pretty good reviews, too. So I'll go ahead and book you into that one. Again, I'm so sorry that you had to deal with all of the abuse my family was putting on you. So please, get some relaxation in. You truly deserve it. Wait, but are you sure you don't need to ask your husband for permission first? I appreciate it all, but I don't want you to get in trouble for using his money. Oh, you're such a worrywart! Fine, I'll check. 1 second. You never can be too sure. Guess what? He says it's completely fine. He can book you in for as long as you like in any of the empty rooms. Are you sure about all of this? I really appreciate it, Allison. Please say thanks to your husband for me. Don't worry about it. You're being way too formal. It's a pretty good hotel, too, so I know you'll be able to get some nice relaxing in. Take all the time you need. Thanks. I seriously owe you one. All right. Now that that's sorted, I suppose I'll have to come up with a plan to confront my mom about all of this. You see, I don't know what you heard, but she was the one that wanted me back home in reality. Figures. I guess she lied about the whole thing. Yeah. Anyways, that's the whole reason why I'm back here with my husband now. I didn't think much of it at the start. I just thought Mom wanted to meet me before I gave birth. But to think it was all to kick you out. Ugh, it's sick. I hope she doesn't keep doing awful things like pester my husband for money or something.
Wait, what makes you say that?
Well, she knows that I married a CEO of a chain of hotels after all. Knowing her, she'll ask me to ask my husband to borrow some money or something. I'm already calling it. Ugh, I hope it doesn't become too much of a hassle to my husband.
I didn't think your mom was running low on money or anything. At least, not from what I saw living with her. She kicked me out after all. I was paying for her daily food expenses and whatnot. So surely she has enough money to look after herself.
Maybe it's just my gut instinct or something. I hope it doesn't go down that path. But I can't be sure with her now that I've seen what she's actually like. Anyways, I'll try doing some investigating on my end too. Again, there's nothing for you to worry about, Sarah.
Thanks. I really appreciate everything you've done for me.
Don't worry about it. All right, well, you have fun.
Hey, Sarah. You can come back if you'd like. See, there has been a change in plans.
What are you on about?
You literally told me to move out so that you could accommodate Allison and her newborn. She hasn't even had her child yet, right? Well, yes, but Allison is staying in the hospital right now, you see. And she's going to be there for a while until she has the baby. So I need you back here while that's happening. Sorry for the back and forth, but the plans have changed.
Why would I go back now of all times? You told me to leave. Do you understand what you did?
I wasn't important enough because I wasn't directly your child, right? Look, let's just push everything we've said out the window and start from scratch again. Please just come home. There's a space for you now, so there's nothing you need to worry about, okay? What's the problem all of a sudden? You wanted to live here, right? Where do I even begin?
I don't have any plans on going back to that house of yours anytime soon. That's my final decision. And that will not be changing.
What are you on about? What are you going to do about Lachlan then? He's your husband, for God's sake. You're not intending to live with the man you're married to?
See, I've decided that I will be filing a divorce with him and putting an end to all of this.
You're kidding!
I've done my end of the documentation, so now it's his turn, but he doesn't get around to it at all. I wonder what's taking him so long. He's always so slow at getting around to everything. That's one thing I always disliked about him. I suppose he doesn't want to admit that he was the one in the wrong and was directly responsible for his marriage falling apart. But this is a mutual document, so I'll be getting him to do his end of the deal no matter what.
Wait, you're rushing things, dear. You need to rethink all of this. Why would Lachlan be an issue in any of this? You can hate me all you want, but I thought you two got along.
Well, I mean, for one, even though you were the main cause of harassment at home, he knew that you were doing that to me, and yet he never stood up once. If anything, he'd always be the one that sided with you every single time.
I think that's more than a reason to divorce him if he's advocating your kind of behavior. Wait, you're telling me that's the entire reason you're going to cut him out of your life? If anything, I thought there would have been some other reason.
What are you talking about, Adriana? Don't tell me there's something else that comes to mind when you think about reasons for me divorcing him.
No, nothing in particular. Don't worry about it, dear. I was just wondering if you're sure you want to make such a life-changing choice just from one mishap that happened in your relationship.
Oh, well, I suppose if you want to go there, then we totally can too. He was cheating, wasn't he? With another woman.
Where did you get that idea from?
Don't play dumb. I know you know about this whole situation too. Though I guess it's none of my business at this point. He can have fun with any woman he wants.
You knew? How did you find out, though?
Well, your daughter did a bit of research on Lachlan, you see. She was doing all of that digging around during her pregnancy, too. It's genuinely respectable.
So, you were on her side? That's why all of this happened.
Why are you trying to blame me as the victim all of a sudden? Trust me, I've known Allison for much longer than you think. I know that she's a trustworthy person, unlike me. If anything, she was the one that introduced me to her brother, Lachlan. She was furious that you went ahead and lied about me being a disturbance during her pregnancy test.
So, you found out, huh? Whatever. So what?
So who is this woman that Lachlan is cheating on me with? I don't really care, but there's a part of me that's slightly curious.
Well, that doesn't particularly matter to you, does it?
I suppose so. Depending on how much you were willing to share, I was planning on helping you out to an extent, but I suppose you weren't interested in my offer. Anyways, that about does it for me. I won't be messaging you anymore.
Wait, hold on. I'll tell you everything. Just don't rush off like that, please.
Okay, so tell me, who is this mystery woman?
She's the daughter of the CEO that my husband's company works for. And he didn't particularly think too highly of Lachlan doing that, you see.
Go on.
And to make things much worse, the daughter really liked my son, and she found out that he was already married, which made things very messy. She blackmailed Lachlan, asking for $100,000 if he didn't want her dad knowing about what had happened.
Sheesh. Talk about a situation to get yourself into. Well, thanks for the information, but I don't think I'll be able to help you with that one.
Hold on! You promised you'd help us out! What was up with that? I did my part. Now do your part. That was the deal.
You really believe those empty words? I had no intention of helping you from the very beginning. But that clears up some things. You asked for Allison and her husband to come back home so that you could borrow money and pay that blackmail debt off. And you didn't want me to hear about it because then I'd learn about the fact that my husband cheated. Does that about sum up everything?
Well, I suppose there isn't much I can do about it if you've figured out this much. But as if I'd let an amazing housewife like you run away from us like this.
I don't know what you have planned, but nothing is going to work at this point, Adriana. I know that both you and your son are the most vile people I know. There's no way I'll ever go back to doing your house chores. Not to mention, I don't feel sorry for either of you for getting blackmailed like that.
So, you're really not coming back? Please! You need to help me.
No plans at all. I get it now. You couldn't get Allison and your husband to help you out with your financial problems, so you're trying to get me back as a last resort. Why would I ever help either of you out?
But tomorrow's the deadline. If we don't pay the amount to her by then, she's going to spread it to everyone and her father will find out. And if that happens, my husband won't be able to work with them anymore, meaning his company will go bankrupt. Not to mention, you know that Lachlan works under him, so he'll lose his job too. Who's going to pay for the daily expenses here if that happens? We used to be family. We need help, so please.
Oh, so now I'm family when it's convenient for you? Is that what we're doing? Let's not play this game. I can just abandon you right now and I won't feel bad about it one bit.
I'm sorry. I suppose you're right. Look, I'll apologize for all of the things I did to you over the past months. So please, forgive me. It's fine if you and Lachlan want to split up after this, but we just need the help right now.
Oh, wait, I completely forgot. But I'll just be adding to your financial debt, since I'll be asking Lachlan to pay for the entire divorce bills. He can't get mad. He was the person directly responsible for this happening after all.
Wait, you can't be serious.
What are you on about? Of course he's going to be paying that. I can't go on like this. The emotional pain that I felt from his betrayal. I don't know if I can recover.
Now you're just exaggerating. Stop goofing around. This is all serious.
I stole that one from your book. Well, seems like karma got back to you all of a sudden. Enjoy!
Sure, I treated you terribly throughout the months we've known each other. But I truly regret not realizing sooner how much of a helpful woman you were to both my son and I. And I do promise from the bottom of my heart that none of that abuse will ever happen again. So, please, I'll ask you one more time. Will you come home? Let's go back to all being family once again. I beg of you.
I'm sorry. I'm sick right now, so I won't be able to go back to your place anytime soon.
What sort of sickness? We'll do everything we can to support you.
Yeah, it's a little something called pollen allergies. You might have heard about it before. It's super dangerous. It can make people lose their life if you aren't careful. the end, they obviously couldn't get the promised 100 grand to pay back to the woman Lachlan cheated on me with. And just as expected, her father blurted out what had happened to their entire company, which of course led to the collapse of Lachlan's father's company from losing such a powerful ally in the market share, leaving Lachlan himself to end up being jobless. And to top it off, he needed to pay for our divorce papers, pushing him further into debt. The situation at home wasn't any better either. His parents ended up getting into a fight, which led to a divorce. So all three of them ended up living terrible lives by themselves. On the other hand, Allison gave birth to a healthy baby and ended up going back home with her husband. I ended up leaving the hotel I'd been staying at after everything had settled and moved into a small, cozy apartment for myself. I suppose everything ended up going well in the end for me. In a way, I slightly miss all of that chaos. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the channel for more daily uploads.
Your husband is no longer yours. I want you to divorce him.
I'm sorry, but who is this?
What does it matter who I am? I'm telling you to get divorced. If you don't do as I say, you'll regret it.
Is this a threat? Who are you? And why are you telling me to get divorced? It says your name's Jessica, but I don't know any Jessica. What is your relation to my husband?
You don't deserve him. You're so much older than him. Stay away from him, you hag.
I'm only 3 years older than him. Is that too wide of an age gap? And why do I have to listen to some stranger call me a hag? I don't get what's going on, but I'm going to ask my husband if he knows a Jessica.
If you tell him, I'll kill you.
So you're really threatening me now.
Don't say a word to him about me. Just shut your damn mouth and divorce him as soon as possible. Or else your life will be in danger.
Please, stop with the threats and just tell me who you are. How did you find my account? Jessica? What time are you back today, Tom?
I don't know yet. Why? What's up?
I just got a very strange message from someone.
A strange message? From who?
Tom, are you hiding something from me?
Why would I be hiding anything from you? You're my wife. I tell you about everything, don't I?
Are you sure you're not forgetting to tell me something?
Did something happen? You're acting weird.
Anyways, can you please come back home earlier if it's possible? I have something I want to talk to you about. More like questions to ask.
Sorry, not today. I have to stay in the office until late. So much work to catch up on. Oh, I almost forgot. I also have to catch a plane early tomorrow morning for a business trip. I think I'll sleep over at the office since the airport is closer from here. I'm sorry, but can we talk when I'm back?
Can't you just come home even just for a little bit?
I already said I can't. I have to work all night to catch up. I would really go home if I could, but I can't tonight.
All right. Then let me know if you get to come back early, will you? I really want to talk with you. Hi, Jane. There's something I want to talk about.
Are you okay? Is Tom with you?
No, he can't come home because of work.
Again? That boy's been working way too much. His father's away too. I guess getting overworked runs in the family. It's late, but do you want to come over and have dinner?
Oh, I'd love to come over. I was feeling a bit lonely and scared, so I really wanted to be with someone right now. Is it all right if I head over to your place?
Sure. I was bored, so I'm happy to have you over too.
I'm glad you live close to us, since my parents live in another state. I'm leaving now.
Be careful on your way here. It's already starting to get dark.
I will.
Matilda, I thought you'd be here an hour ago. Are you all right? It's only supposed to take 5 minutes for you to get here. Did you go somewhere else first? Matilda? I can't take the call right now. I'm in a meeting. I'll message you later. Pick up the phone right now. I'm busy, Mom. I'll call you tomorrow. Talk to you later. Where are you, Matilda? Where did you go so early in the morning? If you had plans, you should have told me earlier. Ah, well, it's not like I came back to talk to you. I just forgot something at home and came to get it. And I'm about to leave on my business trip. You're not even reading my messages. What are you doing? Anyways, I left all my dirty clothes on the sofa. Make sure you wash them all by Monday. See ya. What are you doing? Why are you ignoring my messages? You can ignore me all you want, but you better not be slacking off on the housework. Remember, you have to get the laundry done by Monday. Matilda! What the hell? I told you to do the laundry and it's not done. And the house isn't any cleaner than when I last saw it on Friday. You can't do laundry and you can't clean the house. What can you do, Matilda? You're completely useless.
That's enough.
What?
You should be ashamed of yourself.
What the hell were you doing this whole time? Without even returning my calls. What? But I message you every day. You're the one who wasn't replying to my messages.
This isn't Matilda. This is your mother. I brought you into this world and now you're making me want to take you out of it. How did I raise a narcissist like you?
What? Mom? Are you pretending to be my mom to scare me, Matilda? Because it's not working.
I tried to call you to tell you about Matilda, but you wouldn't pick up the phone. And you kept ignoring my messages, and that's why I had to use Matilda's phone so that I could finally talk to you.
Oh, it is you. Sorry, Mom. Like I said, I had a lot going on my business trip. You don't have to get so angry with me.
You're the cause of all this. I'm so ashamed to have you as my son.
Huh? What are you saying? Why are you so mad? So where's Matilda? What's she doing? And why are you using her phone? She wouldn't reply to my messages. Did something happen to her?
She got attacked by some woman you've been seeing behind her back. I never raised you to be unfaithful.
Who did what?
That woman hurt Matilda so badly that she had to be taken to the hospital. And then you went on vacation with her without even knowing what she did to your wife.
Wait, are you serious? Is Matilda seriously in the hospital?
You got missed calls from an unknown caller, didn't you? You never pick up the phone for anyone.
I didn't know who it was. It could have been a sales call and I didn't want to have to deal with that. I didn't know this was from the hospital. So, is she still there at the hospital?
She's conscious, but she got really roughed up. I saw that you were sending rude messages to her, so I asked her if I could borrow her phone for a bit to talk some sense into you.
Now I get what's going on. I'm sorry, Mom. I was on the business trip, so I couldn't reply to you right away. It's not my fault for being so busy. Blame my boss for making me work so much.
Stop lying to me, Tom.
But it's true.
I know that the trip you went on was not for work. You went with that crazy woman to cheat on your poor wife.
What are you saying, Mom? I'd never cheat on Matilda.
Don't act all innocent.
You can't fool me. Well, I can't stand being accused of something I didn't do. I don't know what got you like this, but I'm telling you that's not true. I'm your son. Why won't you believe me?
I have the facts, Tom. Stop making a fool out of yourself. First, I called your work to check if you really went on a business trip. Your boss told me that you don't have any business trips until next month. Though the part that you stayed behind at the office to catch up on work was apparently true. That's when Matilda got attacked by her insane girlfriend.
Oh my God. You called my work? Why would you do that?
Your wife was in severe condition and you wouldn't pick up my calls. I just wanted to reach you. I didn't think you were actually lying about the trip. Now I know you're a huge liar.
But you have no proof that I went on a trip with a woman.
No, but the police are on that right now.
The police?
Yeah, of course the police are involved in this. Your wife was attacked. That's a crime. You seem to not have a clue about how insane that woman is, but the police have already confirmed that the attacker was the woman who you went on the trip with.
What?
The police should be at your doorstep any time now.
Wait, so did Jessica really?
Is that the psycho's name then? I can't believe you. Not only did you cheat on your poor wife, you let her get hurt by the woman you cheated with. I just saw the messages she sent to Matilda. Poor Matilda. She was getting death threats, and that's why she wanted to talk to you.
What? Jessica threatened to kill Matilda?
Yes. And you wouldn't even make time to listen to her. Instead, you went on the trip with your wife's attempted murderer.
I'm so sorry. I'll head to the hospital right now. I'll tell Matilda everything. Which hospital is she staying at?
I'm not going to tell you. You don't deserve to know that information.
What? Why not?
Matilda doesn't want to see you anymore. You'll just make her feel worse by showing up now. Even if you find out where it is, I won't let you come in to see her.
What are you saying, Mom? I'm her husband.
What are you saying, my stupid son? Don't you realize that she almost got killed because of you? I'm going to see Matilda's parents to apologize for all of this. This will be the last thing I'll do as your mother. I'll no longer consider you to be my son.
I'm sorry, Mom. I really want to see Matilda, so please tell me where the hospital is. I really feel bad for what I did.
You should. I hope you continue to feel bad about it for the rest of your life. Goodbye.
How are you feeling, Matilda? I'm really sorry for what happened. I never knew how insane that woman was. I'll never see another woman ever again for the rest of my life, I promise. So, will you let me see you? Can you tell me where you are?
Oh, shut up, you piece of trash!
Matilda! Wait, is this really Matilda? Or is this Mom again?
I want a divorce. I don't ever want to see you again. So please just stay away from me and leave me alone.
Calm down for a second. Do you realize what you're saying? Do you really want a divorce?
How can you say that after you cheated on me? Of course I want a divorce. I hope you've been making a lot of money doing all that extra work, because I'll be coming for it in the divorce. That woman will probably get thrown in jail, but I'm going to sue her too. I don't want to see or hear from you ever again.
I know I was wrong. I shouldn't have slept with that woman. But please, don't say stuff like that. I still love you.
Whatever. I already talked to a lawyer, so you should be getting a call from her soon. Make sure to pick up your phone this time, or things will only get worse for you.
You talked to a lawyer? Are you really serious about the divorce?
Of course. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. I'm grateful I met your mom, but not you. I truly regret ever being with you. She called your work to let them know what happened as well, by the way.
I know. My boss called me to let me know. It'd feel awkward to show up today, so I took the day off. I can't go back to work like this. Let me make it up to you and things will be back to how they were. Can we have our normal, peaceful lives back? Please?
You can wait for your crazy woman to get out of jail if you want somebody in your life again. Nothing to do with me. She sent me death threats and then knocked me unconscious. She'll definitely end up in jail.
I don't care about her anymore. It was a mistake. Please, forgive me. I'm really sorry.
Your words mean nothing to me anymore, you compulsive liar. Your mom said she doesn't want to see you anymore either. And I hope you get fired too. You're screwed.
I said I was sorry. You don't have to be so mean to me. We're still husband and wife.
I thought we were until you cheated on me. And I almost got killed because of you. Nothing you do will ever be enough to make up for what you did to me. I don't want to ever see your face again.
Wait, Matilda. Please, listen.
Not anymore. We're through. Tom kept trying to ask for Matilda's forgiveness until she blocked him. Now that he doesn't know where to find her or how to reach her, he has no way of asking for her forgiveness anymore. Jessica was sent to jail, and Tom never went to visit her. Jane was not hesitant at all to cut ties with her own son since she was so ashamed by what he did. Now Tom has nobody he can go to and ask for help. Tom's name was included in the news about the incident, and his company became worried that being associated with him would damage their reputation. So they talked him into quitting. He lost everything that was important to him just because he let his impulses win over, and now he has no way of getting them back.
He could have prevented all of this from happening if he had just made time to listen to his wife when she needed him. But now it's too late. Matilda recovered and left the hospital. She continues to keep in touch with Jane, even though they met each other through Tom. Neither of them want to see him ever again. Thank you for watching! If you enjoyed this video, click the like button and subscribe for more videos.
Sarah, you need to understand what I'm saying. I heard that you got engaged to my son today, but that doesn't mean that you can do whatever you want now. Hello, Anna. Don't worry, I won't get ahead of myself just because we got engaged. Although I'm in a really good mood today because I just got engaged. Well, let me tell you something. I only allowed you to get engaged to my son Keith because he was basically begging me to say yes. Traditionally, a basic middle-class girl like you wouldn't be able to get married to him, okay? I still haven't really accepted you as part of our family yet. Oh, really? I didn't know you felt about me in that way. You're going to become my mother-in-law, so I wanted to have a good relationship with you. Why would I want to be close with someone like you? You and I don't have anything in common. You're just a measly middle-class girl, and it shows. Did you really think that you could become friends with me that easily? I really don't understand how your brain works. So you think that we don't have anything in common? That we can't understand each other? Our family has been very, very wealthy for the past few generations, and we live a very luxurious life. Pretty much everyone in our family is a doctor. Keith is an only child, and he is also a very capable and popular doctor at the hospital that he works for. How can a poor woman like you fit in our world? Have you even used more than one spoon for a meal? Oh, so you're calling me poor now? Compared to my impressive family, you are just a piece of trash. Your parents are farmers from the countryside, right? That means that you and your entire family must be very poor. I don't know how you came to that conclusion. I'm just so shocked that he'd even consider getting married to someone like you. You're such a huge embarrassment. I still don't want to accept the reality that you are the one that's going to get married to him in the near future. Well, it's true that my parents are farmers, but it's not like our family is poor. I'm working a full-time job in New York now, and it's not like I'm having any trouble making a living over here. Shut your mouth and stop making up excuses. You're a poor country girl that grew up in the boonies. Anyway, you better keep in mind that you are very lucky that you get to marry him. He's totally out of your league. Very lucky? Also, you better keep your head down and be a good wife once you two are married. If you do anything bad, then I'm going to demand that you get divorced.
Hey, Sarah, do you have a moment? I was wondering if my mom said something to you again.
Did she tell you something?
I just got a text message from her a little earlier. She told me that it's okay to get divorced whenever I want. So that's why I thought that she might have said something stupid to you again.
She really is hard to deal with, isn't she? I got told that I don't really deserve a guy like you and that I should be careful of how I behave.
I'm sorry that she's being like this to you. I just don't understand what her problem is.
I think that she doesn't really like the fact that my parents are farmers and that I come from the countryside. She was talking about how I was from a middle-class family and that we're not from the same world. That you're out of my league.
That's silly. Don't listen to her. I'm so sorry about everything that she's saying to you. I was hoping that she would stop harassing you once we got engaged and decided to get married. I didn't think that she would be this persistent about it.
It's okay, you don't have to worry about it at all. I'm doing fine and I've kind of gotten used to it. I decided to get married to you knowing that she was against our marriage. I was prepared to go through all of this anyway, so I'll be okay.
Well, I'm glad that you think that way. Still, as your husband, I'm a little worried. Let me know if things start becoming too much. Do you think that we should cancel the family vacation that we have planned for next week? We finally get to go to Italy, but I'm not sure that you're going to enjoy it if she's around the entire time.
What are you talking about? We're definitely going to go. Also, your uncle lives in Italy, right? I'm your wife now, so I need to introduce myself to him. There is really no need to cancel the trip.
Thank you for being so understanding. Yeah, he's a really great person, and I used to visit him pretty often when I was small. He owns a really big winery over there, and he's really funny. I'm sure that you'd get along with him really well.
I'm already looking forward to meeting him and taking a look around the winery. You really don't need to worry about me. I also think that maybe she will start opening up to me if we enjoy the vacation together.
As long as you're okay with my mom coming, then I'm looking forward to the trip as well. Just make sure that you don't push yourself too much, okay? Let me know if you feel uncomfortable or something bad happens.
Yeah, thanks for caring about me. Well, we should start preparing for the trip soon. Let's try to enjoy it as much as we can. It's kind of like our honeymoon too, after all.
Yeah, I guess so. We've booked different places to stay away from my parents, so we'll have some time to ourselves as well. Let's try to enjoy our honeymoon as much as we can.
Hey, Anna. Whereabouts are you at right now? Are you okay?
Oh, so you finally decided to contact me. I was getting tired waiting for you to message me. Unfortunately, it's way too late for you. You've made such a huge mistake. There's no way you're going to be able to fix this now.
What are you talking about? I was just messaging you to check if you were okay.
Have you really not realized yet?
I'm sorry, but I really have no idea what you're saying. Realized what? Would you be able to tell me what's going on?
You're not the smartest person, are you? I'm starting to feel a little sorry for you. Have you tried taking a look at the time right now? You should check your watch. The flight is going to take off soon, so you need to be at the airport already to catch the flight home. I can't believe that you're not even on your way here yet. Just how long do you plan to sleep in your hotel room? I can't believe that you would make a mistake like this. Are you still in elementary school? You must be so shocked right now at your own stupidity.
I'm sorry, but what is this all about? I'm a little confused.
Fine. I guess I'll explain to you what's happening. You probably won't figure it out yourself. Yesterday, I decided to change the time on your watch.
You did what? Why would you do that?
Well, remember that yesterday we all decided to drink lots of wine together at the winery because it was the last day of our vacation? After you passed out from drinking so much, I decided to change the time on your watch.
Why would you do something like that to me?
You probably thought you still had plenty of time till the flight, right? Well, unfortunately for you, that's not the case. It's way past lunchtime already. If you don't get to the airport soon, then you're going to miss the flight going home. You must be devastated, alone in a foreign country.
This is just taking things too far. I can't believe that you did such a thing on purpose so that I get left behind. Changing the time of my watch. How could you do this to me? Why are you doing these things to me? I've tried to do my best to get along with you.
I also made sure that nobody would check on you so that you'd get left behind. I texted Keith and told him to come to the airport by himself in secret. My husband is never late for anything, so I'm sure he will arrive pretty soon. I'm sure that everyone but you is going to be here soon.
Everyone but me?
We're all going to fly back home to America while you're panicking around in your hotel room. You really should have paid more attention to the time.
I knew and understood that you were against me and Keith getting married. But isn't this taking it too far? I'm sure that we could have talked things out. I can't believe that you would make me miss my flight home and leave me behind here. That's just plain mean.
What's so mean about it? There was a very good reason why I did this. I did this to make sure that you understand the position that you are in. I actually thought about this plan very carefully and carried it out.
What do you even mean by that?
Well, I wanted to show you just how different of a class my family belongs to compared to you. I just didn't think that you really understood the difference. I thought that maybe if you were left alone in a foreign country by yourself, you would finally understand just how powerless and poor you really are.
That's just so crazy. I really don't get what you're trying to prove here.
You still don't get it?
Not at all. I'm not going to have any trouble being left alone in Italy. I guess I didn't really want to go through the trouble of booking a new flight, but it's not like I wouldn't know what to do. I just have to get to the airport and buy a new ticket.
You're saying that as if it's no big deal. Seeing it in a movie isn't the same as actually doing it, you know? Is someone like you really going to be able to do that? It's not that difficult to do. You shouldn't try to act so strong. A lone girl like you is going to be targeted by a thief. Once they steal your wallet, you're not going to have the money to even buy a flight ticket. What are you going to do when that happens? Someone like you won't be able to ask for any help. That's a lot of assumptions that you're making. If it was anyone from my family, then we would be completely fine being left alone in another country. We are all very high class after all. People would be basically begging to help us out. We just give off this aura that makes people want to help. I guess everyone just respects us that much. Are you really telling me that someone who changes the time of someone's watch is giving off an aura that commands respect? I personally think it's such a pathetic thing to do. What you did is on the same level as a middle school bully. Say what you want. You won't be able to act so cocky when you realize the trouble that you're in. Your situation wouldn't be difficult for me, as I've been to Italy many times in the past before. It won't be so easy for a poor girl like you, as you haven't even been to the airport by yourself before. I'm really looking forward to seeing if you can make it back home by yourself. Even if you cry and ask me for help, I'm not going to do anything. Best of luck, by the way. We're actually already back in America. What did you just say?
What the hell do you think that you're doing, Mom? I was wondering why I was receiving those weird texts from you. I didn't think that it was to try and leave Sarah behind by herself.
Wait, I don't understand what's going on.
I'm just lost for words. I'm disgusted, really. What you did was so petty.
Wait, what? Who is this? Am I talking to you, Keith?
Yes, that's who you're talking to right now. It's your son. Although it makes me very sad to have to admit that I'm related to you.
What are you trying to say? Also, why are you talking to me on her phone? Are you telling me that you guys are together right now?
Yeah, we're together.
You also said that you guys are already in America, right? How are you back there already? Did you guys change flights to an earlier time without telling me?
What are you talking about? Why would we do such a thing? We just came back home on the flight that we originally planned to take.
What? The flight that we scheduled is later today, right?
No, it's not. You're just very late and didn't manage to catch the flight, right? I know that we drank a lot, but still, I didn't think that you would be asleep for an entire day. Maybe there's something wrong with your body or something. I don't know. You're getting old, so it might just be aging. I can do a checkup for you at my hospital when you get back.
I was asleep for an entire day. 24 hours? Wait a minute. Are you saying that I was really sleeping for that long?
Yeah, you really slept for that long. Also, I think that you tried to mess with Sarah's watch, but I think that you got the wrong one. I'm pretty sure you changed the time on your own watch.
That can't be true. No way.
That probably means that you missed the last flight home today as well. I guess the next flight home that you can catch is going to be tomorrow. Well, that's only if you manage to get a booking for it.
Wait. I really need to process what's happening right now. What in the world is going on? My head hurts and this is like a nightmare.
Sarah was pretty tipsy when we were all drinking together at the winery, but you were way more drunk than her. I'm sure you tried to mess with her and do some mean things, but you completely failed because you drank way too much wine. You ended up sleeping for over 24 hours and completely missed the flight home.
You're not serious, right?
I'm dead serious. I thought that you would contact me right away, but I didn't receive any texts from you. Sarah was worried about you, and that's why she tried calling you. After all the mean things you've said and done to her, she was the one that took initiative and called to check on you because she is a sweet, kind person. Then you act like an immature, ignorant teenager. I really am embarrassed to be related to you.
I guess you really are telling the truth. The time on my watch is completely wrong, and I just checked the date on my phone. It really is the day after the flight I was meant to go on.
I already told Uncle what's happening and to leave you alone. Make sure that you apologize to him later for sleeping on his couch for over 24 hours.
How could you do this to me? This is not how I should be treated. Why did you all just leave me alone here? It's so mean leaving me behind on a family vacation.
Is that something that should be coming from your mouth? You were the one that tried to leave your daughter-in-law behind in the first place.
There was a very good reason for that, you know.
Oh, and by the way, it was Dad that decided that we should just leave you there and go home. He was saying that you're a full-grown adult and you should take responsibility for it if you miss the flight.
What? He did this?
Anyway, good luck getting back home by yourself. Also, there's some things that we need to talk about when you get back, about the future. It's going to be some pretty important matters, so make sure that you don't forget.
What is there to talk about?
As a husband, I have an obligation to look after my wife and care for her. I really can't stand you bullying and harassing her like this. I'm seriously thinking about cutting all ties with you, and that's what we need to talk about when you get back.
Cut ties? What are you talking about? That is not funny.
Nobody's laughing. This is serious. Anyway, please come back as soon as possible so we can figure out what's going to happen in the future. Text me when you're coming back and I'll come to the airport to pick you up.
Sarah, I need to ask you for a favor. Would you tell Keith to come to Italy right now so that he can help me come back home? Did you really just ask me that? What happened to what you were telling me the other day? It's so mean to leave me alone here like this. Did you guys really expect me to come home by myself? I'm old and frail already. I can't believe that I've been abandoned here. I thought that coming back home by yourself is such an easy thing to do for someone like you. Why don't you use your high-class aura to get help from the locals? Stop messing around with me. It's true that it would be pretty easy for me compared to you, but like I said, I am old and frail already. Unfortunately, I have my wallet stolen from me, and I don't have any money left to do anything. Oh, so you encountered a thief even though you have such a high-class aura? Anyway, I need you to tell him to come to Italy for me. I really need him to help me out and get me back home safely. I'm his mother. Even if I tell him, I don't think he's going to go all the way back for you. If you don't have the money to buy a ticket, please try and get some help elsewhere. You're not going to help me. Why don't you try asking your brother at the winery for some help? Maybe you can work there until you earn enough for a ticket home. Didn't he mention that he's always short on workers at the winery when we all drank together the other day? How could you suggest such a thing to me? I'm not the same kind of person as a poor farmer family like yours. You think I'm going to work in the sun and get muddy? I wasn't raised for things like that. I don't belong with the working-class laborers. There's no way that I can work at a winery. Well, you're not really in a position right now to be saying that. At this rate, you won't ever be able to come back home. Shut up! I don't need you talking to me like this. If he's not going to come here to help me get home, then I don't mind if it's you that comes to help me. I'm demanding that you come back here and help me out. You better listen to what I say. I don't think that I can, and I don't really want to either. I came back to work today, so I can't just leave, you know? It's not really possible for me to go all the way back to Italy right now. Who cares about your work? Your parents are farmers. I bet you're just doing some miserable job like them. Stop insulting my parents like that. Just quit talking and making up excuses. You're poor and worthless, okay? Just hurry up and come back here to help me out. Now my brother is trying to kick me out. What is wrong with you all? You better listen to what I tell you to do, or else. You worthless, moneyless loser. Is that really the attitude that you should be taking when asking for a favor? Also, would you stop calling me poor and moneyless? I'm getting kinda tired of it. I do earn around $150,000 a year, so I'm not as worthless as you think. You're lying, right? You earn 6 figures? Yeah, I'm doing my best to become a worthy wife to my husband. Could you please stop looking down on me so much and calling me poor? Did you really think that I would want to help you after how you've treated me? I did try my best to try to get along with you, but I think that I'm done trying. Your attitude is terrible and I don't see it changing at all. Wait, hold on a minute. Did you really say that you make $150,000 a year? How could that be possible? It's possible because I worked very hard to get to where I am right now. I managed to get promoted to the manager of a department at a large sales company. My farmer parents put me through university and even helped me get set up when I moved to the city. I worked my butt off to get to where I am now, but it was thanks to them I am where I am today. I don't believe any of this. I was really glad when we got to visit your brother's winery on this family vacation. I managed to make some very important connections for work as my company plans to import some foreign wine starting this year.
I got to hear some very precious information that I never would have managed to hear in America. This is all too much. My head is spinning. How come I never heard about your job or how much you earn? I didn't know that you managed an entire department at a company. That's kinda your fault, isn't it? You never listened to anything that I said because you looked down on me so much. You just assumed that I was working a minimum wage job the entire time. There was a good reason for all that. I was trying to make you stronger. Also, I think it's normal that you wouldn't know how much I earn. It's not something that I go around openly telling everyone. Even some of my family members don't know how much I earn. I think it's kind of a rude thing to ask anyway. But maybe the rules are different in a high-class family like yours. You guys probably go around boasting about how much you earn to everyone around you, right? I could never do such a thing. Are you making fun of my family now? I suppose I caused your confusion. I'm really sorry that I didn't go around bragging about my salary. I didn't get taught that when I was growing up in the countryside. They were humble and respectful, and taught me those were virtues I should live by. But I'll adjust for you and talk to you on your level. Hey, guess what? I make $150,000 a year. Now, would it be okay if I asked how much you earn every year? You're asking me for my salary. Of course. You were looking down and insulting me all the time for being so poor. You must be earning so much more than me. I'm so excited to hear just how much you make. What? What are you saying? Why should I tell you something like that? Besides, I'm actually a housewife. I support this high-class family all by myself. I do my best so that everyone else in the family can focus on their jobs. Stop acting so arrogant just because you're working. Oh, I see. So that's what you do. I have a message for you from your husband. My husband? What did he say? He said that you need to hurry up and come back home so that you can do your job and support the family. He also said that you should be able to come back home by yourself since you're a full-grown adult. So you're telling me that he doesn't plan on coming to help me out either? Yeah, I guess that's the case. Anyway, I'll be looking forward to seeing you when you manage to get back home. Best of luck and safe travels. In the end, she decided to work for a little while at her brother's winery in return for a plane ticket back home. After a few weeks of hard work, she finally was given her plane ticket to leave Italy. The other day, she finally managed to come back home. Unfortunately for her, there was some bad news waiting for her. My husband Keith went to pick her up at the airport and told her that he's cutting all ties with her for a while. She broke down in tears at the airport and wouldn't stop crying for hours. After a while, she started to send me long apology emails begging me for forgiveness. I told her that I would forgive her if she wrote me a 2-page essay in Italian apologizing about all the bad things that she did to me and said to me in the past few months. I promised her that I would convince him to forgive her if she handed the essay in to me. Apparently, she is doing her best to learn Italian from her brother. I received a message from him the other day telling me that her Italian is terrible and that it's probably going to take 5 years for her to write that essay. It looks like I'm going to be able to live a peaceful life with my husband for a couple of years at least.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button.
That's enough, Lillian. I can't take this any longer.
Excuse me?
I said that's enough. You and Lucas divorced over 3 years ago. It's over, okay? It's time to just let go. Let us get on with our lives. Stay away from us. I know you probably still feel bitter about it, but what's done is done. Just get on with your own life and stay out of mine. Wait a minute, Emma. What brought this on? I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Don't give me that. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Did you think you'd get away with it? Did you think I wouldn't know exactly what you were up to? I don't have a clue what you're talking about. What's wrong? Did something happen? Lucas is mine, you got it? Mine. I can't make it any simpler. I took him from you and now he's mine. Got it? He doesn't have feelings for you anymore. It's over, Lillian, and you need to get that into your head. It's over. There's no going back. I'm not going to tell you again. You've got to calm down and tell me what happened. Lucas couldn't be further from my mind. I haven't given him a second thought for years, and you think I'm trying to snatch him back? Exactly. Stop acting all innocent. I know what you're up to. You want him back, so you've been flooding my house with letters. Don't think I don't know it was you. What letters? I have no idea what you're talking about. You know what I'm talking about. The same letter almost every day. Give him back. You think such a childish thing is going to have an effect? And the letters haven't even been mailed. There's never a stamp that's been hand-delivered. I know it was you. I knew you were bitter about this whole thing, but I didn't think you'd stoop that low. Cut it out now. We've had enough. And the other day, you kept ringing the doorbell. I didn't think you'd ever stop. You're driving me crazy. I'm losing my hair over this. Emma, you've lost me. I really have no idea what you're talking about. It sounds like someone's got it in for you, but I'm telling you I had nothing to do with it. You're really going to deny it? Look, Emma, he cheated on me. Why in the world would I want him back? He's yours. I wouldn't take him back if he begged me. I haven't written a letter to anyone in years. And as for the doorbell, I don't even know where you live. Well, if it wasn't you, who was it? Give him back, give him back. Who else would write such a thing? How would I know? All I'm saying is it wasn't me. He cheated on me. How do you know there aren't others he's cheated on? Do you think I'm actually just gonna take your word for it? You say it wasn't you, so I'm supposed to believe you? Just give up? Don't you have security cameras around your place, the entrance or maybe nearby? Are there any witnesses, maybe a neighbor who saw someone? If you don't have anything else to go on, you really should put up a few cameras. That way you'll catch them red-handed. Why would I do that when I know it was you? Emma, I'm telling you, I had nothing to do with it. Don't lie to me. I know it was you. I just know. I know you still feel bitter about what happened, and you're planning some kind of revenge. But get it into your head. Lucas is mine now. He loves me now. You can't have him back now or ever. Got it? Why would he ever go back to an ugly loser like you? It's time for you to just give him up once and for all. Next time you try any of this, I'm going to break down your door and finish this face to face.
Hey Lily, how's it going at the hospital? Did you get the test results back yet?
I've just been given a room and the doctor said everything is fine. There's nothing to worry about.
That's great. So everything's going according to plan. You're gonna have the baby tomorrow? It's a real shame I can't be there with you, but I know you'll be fine. I'm setting up the baby's room and arranging the house right now so you'll be able to relax when you get home as a new mom.
Thanks, Oliver. New mom. That sounds great.
Is everything okay, Lily? Did something happen?
Well, I just got a message from my ex-husband's new wife.
The guy who cheated on you, right?
Yeah, he ended up marrying the woman he was having an affair with.
So, what did she want with you?
She accused me of trying to get him back, as if that thought would ever even occur to me. But apparently someone's been sending nasty letters and ringing their doorbell. She's got it into her head that I'm the one who's behind it all.
What planet is she on? There you are in the hospital about to have her baby. What's wrong with her? How could it possibly be you?
It doesn't seem to matter what I say. I kept telling her I had nothing to do with it, but she's already made up her mind. She even said she's coming over the next time it happens. She sounds serious. I think she's going out of her mind over this. Sooner or later, I think she's actually going to come crashing through our door with her accusations.
Really? She sounds that unhinged?
Yeah, just thinking about it brings me down. I'm having a baby tomorrow, and I really don't like the thought of her being at our house when I've just come home from the hospital.
I didn't think it would come to this.
What do you mean?
Well, I kept quiet about it because I didn't want to upset you with the baby coming and everything, but Lucas called me a while ago, about a month ago, I think. He didn't know you'd remarried, and he seemed pretty shocked about it.
And what did he want?
I told him you'd remarried, but he just came right out and told me he wanted to see you and he wanted a fresh start.
Are you serious?
I'm afraid so. I didn't want to give you any unnecessary stress, so I asked the phone company to forward all the calls to the house to my mobile. Him and his wife Emma have both been calling a lot. They're pretty persistent. Frankly, it's really annoying.
No way.
Sorry, I didn't notice at all. It was starting to worry me, so I decided to put a couple of security cameras up around our place just in case. It's just as a precaution, but if something really does happen, we can call the cops straight away.
You already put them up?
Yeah, just in case. I'm sure it's fine, but it's better to be safe than sorry. And Lily, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. Being pregnant must be hard enough without all the extra stress.
No, thank you for telling me. We've done all we can, I guess. I suppose all we can do is wait and see. If they do try and barge their way into our house, we'll have them on camera.
Whatever happens, I'll deal with it. You just concentrate on having the baby.
Yeah, you're right, I'll do just that. Wish me luck for tomorrow. I wish you could be here, but the baby and I'll be fine. I'll let you know when you're a new father. How many times do I have to tell you? Leave us alone. It doesn't matter how hard you try, you won't get between us. He's never going back to you, Lillian. You never learn, do you? Can't you get it into your thick skull? He's mine. You can't have him back. It's the same as last time. Your silly little letters won't work, and you can leave her doorbell alone, too. How many times do I have to tell you it wasn't me? I'm getting really sick of your false accusations. Still playing dumb, aren't you? You've got guts, I'll give you that. But it's all for nothing. Now leave us alone! Emma, I don't know what else to say. It wasn't me. Can you just pick up a camera and catch the culprit already? Then you might finally stop accusing me. I've already told you, I'm not wasting good money to put up cameras when I know it's you doing all this. How many times do I have to say it? I understand why you're doing it, Lillian. After all, Lucas makes great money and he's on the fast track for company leadership. He might make vice president one of these days. I can see why you wouldn't want to give up, why you want him back. After all, it's not every day someone as plain looking as you sneers such a husband. I'd be bitter and twisted about losing him too. But think about it. Did you really think you and such a great guy would make a good couple? Don't kid yourself. You were never meant to be. Lucas is always saying that all you were was a plain wife who was good in the kitchen. It was bound to end this way. Why didn't you just accept it and move on? Lucas has. He was lucky to get away from you. He's much happier now with me.
Oh, this is getting really old, Emma. Give it a rest.
You can see how happy we are, yet you're still trying to rekindle the old flame. You make me laugh. What a sad little woman. It's the plight of the ugly woman. All you can do is cling to the memories of the man who left you.
Have you finished? As I've told you a million times now, I'm not interested in Lucas at all. I haven't written any letters and certainly haven't rung your doorbell.
He's head over heels in love with me. I bet you he hasn't thought about you even once since your divorce. It's really time for you to just give up. The next time you come near us, I'm calling the cops.
Emma, I hate to break it to you, but I'm in the hospital. I've been here since yesterday.
What? Is that true?
Yes, I'm in the hospital. So I can't possibly have put anything in your letterbox or rung your doorbell, could I? I didn't want to tell you because it's none of your business. But the truth is I remarried too, and I've been pregnant this whole time.
What? Really? You got married again?
Yes. I've been in the hospital since yesterday having the baby. If I gave you some proof, would you finally believe me? My husband couldn't be here for the birth, so I had the nurses film it. The time and date are on the video. As evidence goes, it doesn't get much clearer than that. Will that be enough for you to finally believe me and stop your crazy accusations?
Seriously? Nobody told me you were married again.
Well, I am. Happily married and now a mother. In what world would I care about what my ex-husband and his crazy new wife were doing? You can stop accusing me. As you can clearly see, I don't have time to play games with you. It's obvious I'm not the guilty one.
Then, if it wasn't you, who's been writing all those letters?
How would I know? But if you think about it, it's definitely from a woman. You're better off asking Lucas about it. Maybe he has an idea about who it might be. According to my husband, Lucas has been calling our house saying he wants to get back together with me, so God knows what other woman he's been talking to.
My Lucas? That can't be right. Why would he do that?
How would I know? You need to talk to him about it. It's no use discussing it with me. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to rest. I'm beat after having your baby. Hi, Lily, how'd it go? I heard from the hospital. You must be exhausted. Sorry I didn't let you know sooner. I've been out cold since the baby came. Don't worry about it. The doc says you can come home as planned. I'm so relieved everything went well. Oh, and by the way, that whole thing with your ex-husband seems to have calmed down. You can put it out of your mind. I just want you to relax when you get home. No unneeded stress or distractions. Just you, me, and the baby. How do you know? Did something happen? Lucas came around last night. He demanded to see you and wouldn't leave. I told him it was impossible, and in the end, he told me exactly what's been happening. He's been up to his old tricks. It looks like you aren't the only one he was unfaithful to. He's been messing around with a whole bunch of women. Yeah, it figures. I'd almost feel bad for his new wife if she wasn't such a nightmare herself. Yeah, and one of them is a total crazy woman. Like really, really crazy. She has all kinds of mental issues. She came around here thinking that you'd be able to help her. I don't know, maybe she thought you'd sympathize with her because you've both been burnt by Lucas. But she just went on and on. I couldn't get her to leave. That sounds horrible. Yeah, but I threatened to show Emma the security camera video. Plus, it picked up everything she was saying too. After that, she kind of calmed down and left. I don't think she'll bother us again. I'm sorry you've been caught up in all this. My husband, the hero. Not just a husband, a father now too. Just come home safely, Lily. I'm waiting. Okay, bye for now. I'll take a cab home tomorrow afternoon.
Lillian, what the hell is wrong with your Lucas?
What does that mean, my Lucas? He's your husband now.
I cornered him and we had it out. He totally broke down and admitted everything. He confessed to cheating on me with a woman who turned out to be a nutcase stalker type.
She showed up at my house as well. She's the one who's been writing the letters and ringing the doorbell.
It would seem so. Lucas promised me I was the only one for him when we got married. And then he was straight off to find another woman. I think there's something wrong with him, like a mental illness or an addiction or something.
I reckon so.
I can't believe you betrayed me. Well, I'm not standing for it. I'm leaving him.
Do you think that's a good idea? He's on the way to the top, remember? Great job, great salary. Didn't you tell me that?
I don't care how much he makes. You only live once and I'm not sticking around for that loser to ruin my life. That crazy stalker was round here this morning waving a kitchen knife all over the place.
Are you serious?
Yes! Lucas managed to get rid of her, but I didn't get married to suffer that kind of trauma. I'm leaving him. You owe me big time for this. If it wasn't for you forcing him onto me, I wouldn't have ended up in this mess.
What's it got to do with me? He's your husband. It's your mess. Don't try and drag me into it. I don't owe you anything.
He says he doesn't have a cent, so it's no use expecting anything from him. He spent all our savings on dates with his girlfriend. Didn't you get a small fortune when you and Lucas divorced?
Well, I did get something in the settlement, yes.
That's so unfair. You get a payout and I get nothing. Lillian, you owe me. That's my settlement money, too. He's your ex-husband, so you have a duty as an ex-wife to cough up the cash.
Oh, Emma. And I was going to give you all the evidence you needed for free. After that outburst, I've changed my mind. You don't seem to have noticed yet, so I'll tell you. Lucas has been cheating on you with loads of women.
What? Loads. Not just that crazy stalker.
She's just the tip of the iceberg.
Hang on a sec. Loads of women. He didn't tell me that. He said there was just one other woman.
He seems to think one-night stands are fine. Marriage didn't make him settle down at all. He was actually at my place the other day. He just came out and told my husband the whole story. He didn't know it, but my husband recorded the whole thing on our security camera. It's a complete self-confession. Even if Lucas is broke, maybe you can still try to demand money from all those other women. Emotional distress or something like that.
gotta let me have that video.
Sure, you can have it, but it's not gonna be free.
How come? I need that video.
I told you I would have given it to you, but then you started demanding I give you money. That security camera I mentioned, well, it wasn't cheap. You can have the video for the cost of the camera, how's that?
I just told you I don't have any money. You sure know how to kick a girl when she's down.
If you've got a problem, why don't you go and gather confessions from all those other women yourself? I'm sure Lucas won't just confess again to you. While you're waiting for a divorce, that knife-wielding madwoman will probably come back.
Okay, I got it. I'll pay for the camera, so just hand over the video.
It's a pleasure doing business with you. I'll just send over my bank details, and when I confirm that you've paid, I'll send over the video, okay? And just one more thing. I never ever want to see you again, all right? I'm getting on with my life after that monster Lucas, and I suggest you try and do the same.
Okay, I got it. You'll never hear from me again. Please give me the video.
Emma came up with the money for the camera, so I gave her the video. She used it as evidence in a divorce. It wasn't much of a case. What could he do? His confession was all there on the recording. She tried to squeeze money out of Lucas's girlfriends, but they all claimed they had no idea he was married. I don't think she got a cent. Only the crazy stalker fronted cash. She was happy Emma was getting divorced. As it turns out, the money Emma got from the stalker was exactly what she paid us for the video. Last I heard, she packed up and left town. As for Lucas, he married the stalker, and she quickly proceeded to put tracking devices on his phone, his clothes, and in his bags. It sounds like he's living under 24-hour surveillance.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!